Hey guys, welcome to Unurban Living, where we're making the most out of our little patch of grass in the city. Today we're going to be installing this 20-inch outdoor rated, it's kind of a box fan, but it's not in a box obviously, it's wall mountable. So got this off Amazon for about $100. It's fully outdoor rated, water resistant at least, so they claim. So we'll probably put that to the test, but everything seems to be pretty enclosed, and decent heavy duty. So the idea is to have this on our back porch, kind of exposed to the elements there. We're going to mount it actually up there by that security camera. We might actually move that, we'll see. But want to have that up there blowing down on our back deck here. The reason we're doing it instead of like a ceiling fan is it's a little bit of a low clearance patio cover, you'd say. Just a bunch of moving fan blades right above this deck would be a little bit tight, be a little bit of a hazard probably, especially for myself. Definitely be walking through there running into fan blades. So we're going to put the fan in the corner, and excited to see how this moves air through. We're in Central Texas, where it's middle of September. It's right about noon right now, and it's 90 degrees and 50% humidity. So you can see why we want a fan, and it gets much hotter than that here. So I'm excited about this. We'll make the back patio hopefully a little bit more usable. So let's kind of go through what it's going to take. Should be pretty easy. It's got 3 mounting holes, minimal instructions because I think it's so easy. It's got this pull chain, which we'll put on. I just went and found, it came with something a little lighter duty, bolt wise. I actually just went and grabbed this out of the garage. It's probably about a 3-inch long, 1/2-inch bolt with a screw tip on the end. I'm going to use that as my kind of main mounting anchor. Got a socket. Went and got it came with some screws, but again, they were pretty light duty. I just want something a little more substantial because I am putting it just straight up outdoors, exposed to the elements. So I got some 2.5-inch just exterior screws, boom, drill, something to drill the pilot hole with. Should be pretty simple. I'm actually going to mount it not up on the horizontal beams here, but I'm going to put it essentially on this vertical surface here, where I'm basically going to have the mount on the side and the fan hanging off, and then it can pivot side to side from there. So we'll see how it goes. That's what it's supposed to be able to do. It's wall mountable, wall or ceiling. So people had clearly been mounting it like that successfully. So that's what we're going to try to do here. we got it up there. Definitely, if I have one recommendation, say have a buddy. It was a little tough to hold it in the right perfect spot and get everything mounted just solo, but we got it up there. My normal helping buddy is 9 months pregnant right now, and the dog doesn't help too much. Cat's absolutely no use, so we were solo on it today, but we got it. You can see I got my big one, my middle bolt going, which is a long one, so I'm about to crank on that with the socket set here in a little bit. But I got my 2.5 inch wood screws in there. You know, it's honestly, it's so solid even just with that. Probably be enough, but what was crazy, I don't know if I'd ever seen one break this bad before, was cranking on that bottom wood screw, and the bit just completely sheared like that. So, you know, that's why they recommend wearing glasses when you do this kind of stuff, because parts just fly all around, even when you're kind of just doing something as easy as this. But we're gonna get that middle bolt driven all the way in there. Then we're gonna angle this thing up correctly and plug it in and see how it moves air through this patio. So be back in a sec. Right, so we got it up there mounted. I'm really happy about it. I think it looks great. It's in the corner like we wanted, you know, out of view, out of mind, at least behind us. Obviously it has a presence if you stare right at it, but we really like the spot. I did end up tilting it down more than I had originally thought I was going to, just to get it aimed really kind of right at the area. Otherwise, if it was, you know, even a little bit less tilted than it was a minute ago, as it was a minute ago, you know, air was really just moving across the top, less at the table. It's hot here, so we want the air right at us. So I did tilt it down a little bit more, and then crank that bolt in. And you know, I think probably went a little overkill on the length of the bolt. I mean, this thing is super solid, but probably would have been just as solid with a little bit less of cranking on the socket. But you know, I'm not one to do something that's not going to last. So this is definitely not going to fall down. Very excited about. I wasn't even really thinking about this feature when I bought the fan. I'm sure they all kind of have this, but this one definitely does. It's got this cord hideaway, so when I'm not using it, it just stayed up there real nice. And then when I want to use it, I just take it out. This was actually a little outlet that we made about a year ago. Just basically turn it inside outlet towards the outside, put a little cover on it, but that's right there. Boom, we'll just plug it in. You could definitely like run an extension cord to it or whatever, if you didn't want to do something like that. But I figure I'm going to stow the cord when I'm not using it, and just plug it in when I am. So no problem there. It's got this little pull chain. This was like the extension that came on it. It can be much shorter, can like go all the way up to kind of right there, totally hidden behind it. But I don't mind this. Wife likes it, so we're going to use it. And let me turn it on and show you what's going on. So goes straight to low. There it goes. Looks pretty cool on the camera, actually. Wondering how it's coming through, but it is not that loud on the low setting, which is great. It's not just a total hurricane, coming through here, and you can see these plants getting a little breeze, which is nice. And that's just on the low setting, so it feels great coming through here, even just on that setting. It's got 2 other settings that we can, boom, medium. Kind of see the plant really starting to shake now. All these guys are getting a bunch of air, and then one more gets us up to high, and even that is not like super loud, and it is really moving some air through here. There is a little bit of a breeze actually fighting against us, but it is still moving air really nicely across this patio. And then just one more pull, and boom, off it goes. So super excited about this little project. I think it is going to make this space super nice in the fall, and then definitely, as we get into next summer and it gets back up to 100 degrees, it's going to make this much more usable. So thanks for watching. Hope this was helpful. And definitely recommend these fans if you've got a patio with a low clearance and can't put in a ceiling, traditional kind of outdoor ceiling fan. Throw one of these bad boys in. Totally improves the space. Thanks for watching, guys.